Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the show. It's lovely to have you here. Now, things are happening a bit differently this week. So, without any further ado, let's start the show.
It's the JP Special! Starring Paul Whitfield and Tory! And special guest, Jeremy Sims!
Welcome. Paul, that's Jeremy Lim, and Paul Litchfield. Here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are we all?
Montavane.
Yeah.
Monty Python.
Yeah. Malcolm X.
Shouldn't be saying that right now, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, God, no, we shouldn't say that at all.
No, God, no.
Or maybe this is the best time to say it.
Oh, yeah. So how are we all? How are we? We all right?
Have we had a good week?
Good week what?
I don't know. Cheeky so-and-so.
Well, it's been half term, which affects me and John, but probably not Mr. Paul Litchfield there.
No, because me and Jeremy goes to my school.
Yeah.
And today we played Dungeons and Dragons. It was lovely.
It was lovely, yeah. I came in my own clothes, which was a shame for my own clothes.
No one's talking about that, are they?
Can I ask what you played, Jeremy? What were you, a level 9 cleric?
I was a level 3 dustman.
Oh, right, I see.
I'm a level 6 chartered surveyor. It's pretty good because when I meet the dungeon master, I also help him find the optimum place to place a gazebo.
It's the first thing you need to do when you're playing a game. Yeah.
I have no idea what a chartered surveyor does, but I think I got away with that.
Well, they survey charts.
That's what I thought.
Don't they?
They're on the chart show.
Your house, sir, is shit. That's well worth for 400 nicker. Thanks, mate.
We've got some comments coming in, flying in, hot off the press. We've got, I'm staying home to watch this one. Nice.
Good.
Excellent.
Welcome back home. Lovely. Evening all. Roy Lake there.
Thanks, Roy.
Thanks,
3
Roy.
at home. That's right.
That's right.
And lots of people saying good evening. Good evening to all of you. Thanks
Hello,
for joining
everyone.
us. It's lovely to be back because obviously last week we weren't here because Paul and I were being adjusted.
That's right. And also, I got my leg trapped under a paperweight, and
Dear.
that was a week.
You got paper legs there, haven't you?
Yes, I got very thin, papery legs.
You have actually.
It's ridiculous.
Makes sense.
What's that game where you do that?
Chess.
That's the one. Yeah.
Isn't that catching an octopus?
Yeah, chess.
I got you the nicest calamari. That sort of thing.
We've got a fun-packed show for you this evening, haven't we, Paul and Jeremy?
Well, we've got a pack show. Well, we got a show.
We got fun.
Oh, coming out of the taps.
Tell you what, phew, what a scorcher today, eh?
Oh, isn't it?
What a scorcher!
Oh, what a scorcher!
Is it? Now you're closest to the sea, aren't you, John? Because you're because you live in an oil rig. So
oil rig.
How's that going for you? Just
Good.
off the coast of Worthing.
Just off the coast of Worthing. Haven't seen a woman for 9 years.
Good. Well,
Who has?
Ugh, well, I've been striking oil every night, if you know what I mean.
Hey, no.
no, explain more.
I mean, I masturbate a lot.
Oh, I see. So, because you, John, benefit from the lovely, cool sea breeze,
Oh, don't I?
don't you? When
I do.
when it's sweltering.
Oh, yeah.
We're in London.
Mm.
How close, Jeremy, are you now to the car crash? Crash site of Mark Bolan.
Well, I'm still about equidistant, but like the other side, so I'm approaching.
You can see it from the other angle now.
Yeah, there's a shrine. I mean, there literally is a shrine to where he crashed.
That's right. Because his license plate when he's crashed, it said the word fox on it, and one of his songs said like a fox hitting a tree in a Mini driving too fast.
Right. Okay. Very.
Just off the A3.
Just off the A3, it rhymes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's why he's such a genius, of course.
Well, he was very, very ahead of his time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Ahead of the curve.
He was also very ahead of his handlebars at one point, but that's by the by.
He should have slowed down at the curve. He wouldn't have hit the tree.
He shouldn't have had a car with handlebars either.
Absolutely not.
It's a ridiculous notion.
The first person killed on a tandem. It's terrible, terrible tragedy.
First 2 people.
Yes, the third survived. Bilotti.
No, I think the day Mark Bolan died, glam rock also died.
American Pie, they wrote another verse, didn't they, to go with the 476 that were already in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was actually in real time as well. He was on the 475th verse where someone messaged him and said, Mark Bolan just died. He's like, I'll put another one in, why not?
I'll just fold it in.
He should put one in about Tim Brooke Taylor. And then the funky gibbon fell off the bars, and it all turned out it was good because of SARS, and etc.
And those boys are now skeletons that were sitting around the fire.
They won't do anything anytime.
Now you're doing do it all adverts. Yeah. Oh, I see.
God. I tell you what I could do with less of. Is the amount of fucking adverts that are on at the moment trying to crowbar in all this issue just to get their fucking product across. There's always every advert's the same. Yeah, we're going through tough times, ain't we? All at home. Don't know what to do.
Never mind. Come to Harrods.
Exactly. Cabbages. Just, what? Just fuck off. I hate all that so much.
But I tell you what, though. Who can tell me who Imelda Staunton's married to?
Oh, I think it might be Jim Carter.
That's right, Jim Carter. He's married to Imelda Staunton. Jim Carter. Sorry, I really like that joke. Sorry, it might pop up again.
Spent 3 hours on that today, didn't you, John?
Yep.
So can everyone see our background, or is it just us that can see the?
Everyone can see that.
Yeah. So
Dalek saucer and.
I think this is Dalek Invasion Earth, isn't it?
Dalek's Invasion Earth.
Peter Dalekson.
Peter Dalekson.
Yeah.
Invasion Earth. I never quite knew how to parse the title of that film.
No, absolutely.
Dalek's Invasion Earth 21480, whatever it is. AD.
That sounds like you're picking up the phone. Dalek's Invasion Earth 21480.
Yeah. Not BC. No, of course it's not BC. Don't be stupid. I'll forget it.
Then you have to rate the call. How did you find?
Yeah. How did you find Earth, Daleks?
Well, I found
3 stars.
Do you think Daleks could successfully be plumbers in the spare time?
Well,
yes.
I mean... Of course.
I'll have to get a spare part. Okay. How much? Oh, I don't know. 400 quid. Fuck, I'm being robbed by these Daleks. Yes.
Why is it so expensive? Because a Cyberman did it.
Cybermen, of course, work in IT because they can just put their knobs in a computer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a modern Doctor Who conceit, though, isn't it? Really.
It is. That's part of New Who. I don't consider it canon.
New Who.
The episode where David Tennant had to stand back aghast as a Cyberman put his knob in his PC. Terrible. Yeah. And the policeman was also upset.
I was going to say in Peter Capaldi, I thought you meant. But either way.
Yeah.
Either way, it's not canon.
Either way, it's not cricket.
No.
Well, we got some more comments coming in, hot off the press. So, COVID-19 has been very massive for Mark Strong's bank balance. He's on all the time. Royalties through the roof.
Oh, is he doing a lot of voiceovers, isn't he, for
Is he?
Good on him. He's got a distinctive voice.
They should let some other people have a go.
Like who?
Me. Could do with
like you, yeah.
No,
You've done adverts.
No, but, I'd give Joe Pasquale a good crack at something like Scottish Sweet Nose.
Stephen Hawking used to get a lot.
Don't die of ignorance.
Oh.
Like me.
He got a lot of it, did he?
Oh, yeah. Because they used to be able to just leave him in the room.
What did Stephen Hawking do?
He invented the concept of time, didn't he?
No, I thought you meant he had lots of voiceover work.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah. He was in The Simpsons.
What?
He did... He did one for Burton's.
He did.
Yeah.
He was the first Go Compare, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, Buddy Farm for you. Did he do that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's the funny what they're doing with Go Compare now is that they've kind of deconstructed it and having the man who plays Go Compare doing like an accident and emergency 911 999 thing. It's quite confusing.
Well,
it's confused.com.
I think we're heading to the inevitable conclusion where Geo Compare has sex with the man playing him.
That's a horrible idea.
It's like a Black Mirror episode, Jeremy.
Well, as I say, it's a horrible idea.
Yeah, like a Black Mirror episode, Jeremy.
Well, as I say,
it's happening.
Geo Compario, is that his name? The character's name, Geo Compario.
Yeah, I think so.
He's a proper opera singer, apparently.
He is. Yeah.
And I haven't. But I know people who know him, and they all say, "What an absolute! He's a lovely guy."
Right.
So he's a Welsh fella. Wyn Evans, is that his name?
No, it's Geo Compare.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought that.
No.
You
were just being racist towards the Welsh, and they have enough problems.
Yeah. That's very true. I was thinking of the website winevans.com, where you get to win the heavens.
What's the deal with Wales? What's the deal with Wales when it comes to meeting up in groups? Because in England it's 6, in Scotland it's 8. In
Wales meet in a pod, don't they?
Yeah. It's bloody infinite. It is.
So
we have to meet in a pod.
I think there's a lot more land in Wales.
I don't. So if you're a group of 8 from Scotland going down to visit some friends in England, you have to get rid of 2.
Yeah.
How'd you get rid of them? You kill them.
Kill them. Yeah.
But you're only allowed to kill them with coronavirus.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Legally, that's fine.
Everybody's doing it.
I'm just going to go down here for a second.
Go down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has gone down there.
Oh no, what's he done?
He went there. He went there.
I went there all right. That's better.
So, Jeremy, have you been playing music this week?
Not really. I mean, only in so much as playing into my computer some Carry On themes.
Shh, that's a secret.
Shut up. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
No, I've been teaching the piano over the internet.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you sort of can.
Don't you just put on Ebony and Ivory and just say, have a go at that?
How do you know?
Because it tells you in the song, doesn't it? Ebony and Ivory, side by side, on my piano stroke keyboard.
I
they put that in.
I think that's more for the piano construction industry rather than teaching the piano.
Also, it's encouraging you to shoot an elephant, isn't it?
Well, I think Paul McCartney always was.
I think he always was. If you deconstruct every Beatles song, he's talking about shooting an animal.
Shoot an elephant Monday.
Yeah.
You can do it, please.
But whatever you do, don't eat them. Don't eat them.
Don't eat them. Just kill them.
Shove them on the wall.
Actually, it was John's idea to kill an elephant, so you know.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to kill an elephant, and John said, you will, you know.
And you know, every time I kill an elephant, I think of John. I think, cheers, mate. Cheers.
So picture now of Macca standing over the corpse of an elephant.
Oh yeah.
He would be thumbs up, wouldn't it?
Tusks up.
Well, but that's what happens to Bungalow Build, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a John song, isn't it?
That is a John song about a man. He was.
It's a John song.
The story goes he was in India and he saw a man buying a bungalow. So he thought, I'll write a song about that.
That's a good idea. That's I'll remember that.
I've never seen anyone buy a bungalow before.
No one's ever bought a bloody bungalow.
No. What was his name? Bill.
Let's say.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've run out of ideas. Yoko.
She just was in a bag. If anything, I mean, he was ahead of the time because if he had lived, then Yoko would have been his bag for life. That would have been lovely from a retail perspective. He was really ahead of his time.
Does that mean he kept her folded up underneath the the sink?
Yeah, he could have kept her in the.
And then forgot to bring her to the supermarket and had to buy another Yoko when he got there.
I tell you what.
To buy another wife.
Have you ever bought those bag for lives from Waitrose? They've got the wooden handles in them. If he'd have been in one of those, he would have still been alive today. Because I tell you what, you wouldn't get a bullet through them. That's for sure.
Something to think about.
It's something to take home.
Dear Yoko Ono, have you ever thought that if you would have been in a Waitrose bag that fateful evening in 1980,
you idiot,
it'd still be here today?
Maybe she didn't want that to happen.
Maybe she didn't care about the planet then.
Maybe she loved Mark Chapman.
Oh,
that's the only way she could be with him.
Oh, look. Hurrah, more Jeremy music. This is good news.
It's not,
we're not talking about that.
It's terrible news.
So when we did the show last time, John and I wrote each other some
yes
questions to get to know each other a little
bit. To know each other. So I think it's time. So sorry, Paul.
No, go on. No, go on. Introduce it with great aplomb.
I think it's time for getting to know you, Jeremy.
Brilliant.
There we go. It's an exciting jingle for getting to know you. Now, I've got 5 questions. Paul's got 5. Who's going to go first? Paul, think of a number between 1 and 7.
Who, me or Jeremy?
You.
6.
Yeah, you go first.
All right, brilliant.
That's how that works.
I always win at that. Jeremy, here are your questions. I just want to get to know you a bit more. That's all. Don't be afraid.
It's a bit creepy, but...
Yeah. Are you ready? Question 1. Interior. Night. A Victorian mobile phone shop. The proprietor has noticed that all the walls are covered in eyes. Ooh. And his carpet slippers are no longer racist. Sapphire and steel are not available. Who would you send?
I get asked this a lot.
I know.
I think it's probably going to be cotton and mints. Cotton and mints.
Cotton and mints. Okay. Cotton and mints have been assigned.
Yeah, I mean,
because who's playing cotton and mints, though?
Well, obviously it's
Dot Cotton.
Dot Cotton as mints.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Greaves as Cotton.
Yeah, it's really obvious.
I feel stupid for asking. Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, you weren't to know.
Cotton and mints have been assigned. Bum 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 bum.
He's got no face.
Cotton and mints have been furloughed.
They have.
Quick, get dill and tarmac.
They've been assigned.
Shit,
Dill
no good. Quick,
reassigned.
get zirconium and gravy.
Dun 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 dun. Zirconium and gravy have died in transit. Quick, send candle wax and coyote fur.
I mean, there had to have been some partnership there along the lines where they didn't match.
Oh yeah, you would have thought.
Send in chalk and cheese.
Oh god!
Chalk's a racist.
Yeah.
And cheese is very woke.
Yeah.
If you got Caerphilly cheese, that's a bit like chalk anyway. So I mean,
well, you have to tread carefully.
Well, you do.
You do.
I mean, generally you do.
Like that one. Let's put that out. Sorry. It's taking a bit of drama there.
I've been assigned.
Right, well, whose question's next?
You can go next. Shall we do
Sick
one at a time?
and champagne.
They just resigned.
Been assigned. It gets faster and faster. The whole episode's just an introduction of 2 in comedy. Sorry, go on.
No, Jeremy.
So that's question 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's question 1.
What's your favourite song by Fun 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 and the Fun Funs?
I think it's the Depression Chronicles.
That's definitely.
Oh, that is good. Yeah, that is good.
I mean, the EP of that is
It's amazing. It's very catchy.
Mm.
I've never heard it, but it's very catchy.
Yeah, it's like AIDS.
Yeah.
It's got that amazing drum solo that you can't hear.
Yeah.
I love that bit.
I mean, they're all good.
Mm.
They're all good. Question.
Right, Paul, your turn.
Here we go. Jeremy, what is your nightmare blankety blank lineup?
Oh,
so we'll
really?
start top left.
Mm.
Top left. So what? Nightmare blank.
Yeah. Top left.
Top left. So this is the sort of elder statesman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harold Shipman.
That'll do it.
I mean, he's quite good on Supermatch, but
I mean, is this pre or after conviction or after arrest?
I think it's during. So he's got a haunted look.
I mean, he always looks haunted.
He's got two policemen stood behind him for the entire life.
Played by Freddie Starr.
Yeah. Freddie Starr has two policemen.
And Bob Carrages. We spit the dog.
Spit, that's an awful thing to do to us.
That to Mr. Shipman. Anyway, so
proven guilty spit.
So top middle.
Top middle.
So this is a sort of slightly elderly lady, is that right?
It was normally Pat Coombs or Beryl Reid.
Beryl Reid sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go for Catherine the Great, the tyrannical ruler of Russia.
Yeah.
Who may have shagged a horse. So that's something to talk about.
She had a horse shagging device, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, like a series of stirrups.
Oh, Catherine the Great seems to spend a lot of time in her stables. Having fun with her blanks. Shire horse. She fucked the Shire horse. You're supposed to write it down.
Silence, herd.
Silence, Shipman.
Silence the Great.
I'm writing a prescription for you, Mr. Shipman.
So
it's called a mouth gag. So you got Shipman the Great.
Yeah, Shipman the Great. And so top right, is that a sort of slightly comedy, but not young, not too wacky?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Middle of the road.
So like John Junkin. Although I imagine John Junkin top left, actually.
Top left often, but he has a top right.
So who's top right then? Who's a classic top writer? Dickens.
I do admit he's a classic top writer.
Charles Dickens is my top right.
Silence, Dickens.
Silence, Dickens.
Sorry, I'm gonna be laughing forever. It's Silence, Shipman.
Silence, Shipman. Who are you going to choose for your head-to-head? I think I'll choose Mr. Shipman.
That's Harold Shipman because he's a doctor.
And he's getting help by two policemen as well.
So you hang on. So you hate Charles Dickens?
Well, no, but I think he'd be a nightmare contestant.
Oh, do you think he'd be a nightmare contestant?
His answers to be a fucking mile long, yeah.
Exactly, and he'd be competitive as well, which, as you don't stand to win anything when you're one of the six, would be
I see.
So I'm really angry at what I've just made up.
Yeah. Do you think you would endlessly convolute it? So if the answer was so obviously like speedboat, you'd be like,
yeah.
You'd be like, speed. Boobs.
Okay, so who's front three?
So bottom left, that's lady.
Your... Oh.
Is that, or is it bottom right?
That's your bit of crumpet.
Yeah, bottom left is your crumpet.
So what's bottom right then? Who's bottom right?
Bottom right, your clever crumpet.
Yeah.
So like Anita Harris.
My God for Goddard. That sort of thing.
I see what you mean. Or Diane Keane or something like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, I just ahead of time I can say that's Marie Curie, but not that that's a nightmare. But she'd be like in the later stages of radiation sickness. So it'll be like watching Chernobyl.
She'd be literally pulling our hair out by the end, wouldn't she?
Exactly. It'd be Chernobyl blank. Do
you think her and Shipman might have problems?
What to do with? In what way? I think they get on famously.
Oh dear. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
So all that's left is the young
your troublemaker.
Troublemaker Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
And bottom left, Eva Braun.
Oh, well. They might
Wow.
confer.
And that's where they met.
Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't know that.
Well, it's true.
Appearing this week on Blankety Blank, for Dum Dum, Harold Shipman, Blankety Blank, for Dum Dum, Catherine the Great, Charles Dickens. Who was Marie Curie?
That was Eva Braun, first of all.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Eva Braun.
They would have Hitler's hand coming in. Adolf Hitler.
Throwing his moustache off.
Yeah. And Marie Curie.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
That's lovely.
that's
Oh,
what
there
they're
you go.
doing at Blankety Blank in heaven right now.
Oh.
In hell.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Depending
Marie
on your
Curie.
point of view, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right, John, your next question.
Jeremy Limbs.
Mm.
If jet fuel can't melt steel beams, can androids have eclectic dreams?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Right,
I'm
fine.
glad we dealt with that.
Well, it's yes or no, isn't it, really?
Well, Philip K. Dick's going to be kicking himself now, isn't he? He's going to Philip K. kicking himself this evening. He
Philip
didn't think of
D.
that
Kick.
title.
Yeah.
Philip D. Kick. Paul, over to you.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
what 4 ingredients make up the classic cocktail
Ah.
Hulk Hogan's Unnecessary Windmill? You know, the classic cocktail.
Well, obviously water.
Number 1.
Yeah, I mean that's most of it.
Yeah.
Then I think is it Wren's blood?
That's right, Wren's blood. Yeah.
Wren's blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then oh shit. No,
That's
sorry.
right. Shit. Yes.
Yeah. And
Shit.
lastly, it's either absinthe or Tizer.
That's it. It's Tizer. That's right.
Tizer, of course it is.
Tizer. You were thinking of watermill, and that would have been.
Yeah. And all 4 have been assigned.
Dun dun dun.
Jeremy Limbs.
Yes.
Bruce Forsyth. Michael Parkinson.
Yeah.
Larry Bennett. Which would you saddle and ride to Glasgow?
Hang on, so it's Bruce Forsyth,
Michael Parkinson,
and Lenny Bennett.
Lenny Bennett.
And can I pick the era of their oeuvre?
Well, you'd have to because 2 of them are dead.
Well, that's true. But what I mean is that there can be any point in their career.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have Brucey in his prime.
I think riding 1950s Palladium era Brucey would be like riding an ostrich. It'd be exhilarating. And you'd just
It'd be like Bernie Clifton on speed.
Exactly.
Also, his chin is a bit like the bullet train. It's got wind resistance.
True, yeah.
Would provide drag.
And you could easily hitch a sort of harness over it so you could hold on.
Get off!
The only thing I hope he didn't stop halfway through and sort of do his twists and turns. Look, I don't get dizzy, and then spin around.
Mind you, if Bruce is in that young buck stage, he might be a bit get off. You might have to get a Bruce whisperer in.
It's horrible. I mean,
just whisper in his ear.
But I mean, they're all very notoriously grumpy people. So I mean, I don't think it's not like I'm riding Ivor Cutler or anything.
Was Lenny Bennett grumpy?
Yeah, I think he was a bit of a.
Oh, was he?
Well, I think he was. I think he was a bit resentful of.
He always struck me on Crosswits as being quite a nice chap.
Do you reckon? Maybe I'm entirely wrong.
No, he didn't Crosswits. He did Lucky Ladders. What am I talking about?
Just for the cameras, that was. Soon it was
Lucky Ladders.
He'd be like, "I'll see you after the break," and we're off. Fucking cunts, a lot of you fucking cunt, you audience. And we're back.
I'll kill you all.
There you are. Hi, and welcome back, you cunt. So have we decided? You've decided on Forsyth, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I think just in terms of reliability.
Yes.
Oh, you can't get more reliable than Brucey in the 50s. No.
Exactly. Mark's out of 10.
whinge all the way, wouldn't he? Get off my bloody back, you fucking bastard!
Well, I'd have headphones in, so I wouldn't have to fucking.
Oh, that's fine.
like a cab ride. So I got us some work, Brucey. So, do you mind?
Oh,
He'd be a Uber.
Uber.
Yeah.
Uber.
Right, Paul, your question.
Yes, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Cagney and Lacey and
Stephen Pacey.
and Stephen Pacey.
Well, I think isn't he Tarrant from Blake 7?
I'd have gone with Ronald Lacey, but yes.
Well, we're on Lacey from Raiders. Yeah, that would be good.
I would have gone with the band Racy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those are both much better answers.
Yeah. Cagney, Lacey, and
Jeremy, you must remember we're only getting to know you.
That's true. Getting to know my inferior choice of something that rhymes with AC. Why can't it rhyme with Cagney anyway? Why does it have to rhyme with anything?
Did you speak to the people who made up Cagney and Lacey?
Have to rhyme.
James Cagney and Ronald Lacey, their own sitcom.
I used to be obsessed with the titles of Cagney and Lacey and try and predict what was going to come up next.
The Flasher.
The only one I remember is Al Waxman at the end going and walking off. It's the only one I remember now.
What was the name of the actor who played the sexy policeman who was also in Karate Kid?
Was it? Oh, I know what you mean. In the title, does he have his top off in the title?
Yeah, his top off. Yeah.
I can't remember. The only other one I remember is a sort of elderly gentleman with a bow tie called Sidney Clute.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pedo.
Is that? Oh, really?
Only in the series.
These are the views of Jeremy Limbs.
Did Cagney and Lacey ever catch him?
The pedo?
Yeah, in the series. No.
Catch the pedo. Catch the pedo.
Never catch me.
Operation U Tree. Now. Boom, boom, boom.
Guilty. Now.
Guilty.
I mean, that's what they were.
Pedo.
I won't say what I was just going
Hit
to
him
say.
on the head with this child. Oh,
he likes it.
He likes it. Freedom. Oh.
Jeremy Limbs, if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, whose thing would it be?
Nigella.
Mm.
All her thing. I eat her thing. Till the cows come home.
Is that where she makes like pudding, but with
I see.
bras?
I thought you meant eating her embonpoint.
I'm just going to pour double cream down my corset.
Exactly. It'd be a bit fattening, actually. Yeah, no.
Let's go to Sainsbury's and buy a corset.
I've changed my mind. Zola Bud. There we go.
Zola Bud. Pregnant woman in the tiles. Oh, here's a good one. Look, Cagney and Lacey and Little Anarchy. I'd watch that.
That's good. Just jump at me in a mask.
Yeah, that's Jason there. Wasn't one of them permanently pregnant? Yes, that was my memory as well. And then she'd always go home to Harve. Anyway,
Time Daily.
Is Harve in the title sequence?
Time Daily, Time Weekly. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is Harve in the title sequence? Like he always papering like some room.
Yeah, he was like that fella in the Heineken adverts for the dog.
And he always coincided with the sort of slightly more gentler middle eight of the. We're not only police people.
It'd be good if they did a Too Many Cooks type thing where it went wrong and it was half flashing her and the flasher heading their living room.
It's a really incongruous. Congress bit of a tramp wanking off during that bit.
and Jeremy Clute taking his top off in the changing rooms.
Then he flashes at the end and it's the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Directed by Alan Pedo.
Slight penis doing that.
Just tapping the camera.
Right, Paul, it's your question.
Yeah, I've got one final question. Jeremy, it's very simple. It's snog, marry, or kill.
Oh, brilliant.
Here are your choices. Tony the Tiger,
the
Suez Canal crisis, or country fight.
So snog, marry, kill.
Yeah.
I think
Tony the Tiger, Suez Canal crisis, and country file.
I'd definitely marry Countryfile because
Yeah.
I mean it's dependable, isn't it? Yeah,
Secure.
Lovely place for a wedding.
And also, even in spring or winter, the seasons come round and again.
There's so much life to discover.
Exactly. So marry that one, Countryfile.
Right.
What was it? Kill.
So now it's either snog or kill.
And it's the Suez Crisis.
Yeah, or Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger. I think I'd probably kill Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
How would you kill him?
And with a cartoon gun.
Right.
Well, the kills cartoons.
Yeah, that kills cartoons, and also sort of does that, and sort of like in an elastic way. The barrel comes bouncing back on itself.
Sure.
I don't feel great.
But the only reason for that is because he's vermin and needs to be wiped out.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So that means I have to snog Suez Canal crisis.
You're snogging the Suez Canal. Mind you, maybe you'll get that all settled down quick if you.
Where do you? I mean,
it's very wet.
Well, where do you snog?
Where do you snog?
Well, where do you?
Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me, Jeremy. I'm afraid.
So I could snog anything from Anthony Eden's mouth to the actual canal itself.
Absolutely.
Via the Egyptian Prime Minister, whose name escapes me.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm snogging it anyway, so that's up to me. So there you go. So kill Tony the Tiger, snog Suez Canal crisis, and marry Countryfile, which I'm most excited about, to be honest.
I had that all written down here. I knew you would say that.
Jeremy Limbs, last question from me.
Yes.
Breakdance. Breakdance 2 Electric Boogaloo. Breakdance 3 ?
We're having a gangbang. We're
having a ball.
So let's go through it again, just so that it's a bit
Breakdance. Breakdance 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Breakdance 3 ?
Right. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Nuclear waltz.
Nuclear waltz. Love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's this week. I think we can all be in no doubt that we've really got to know Jeremy Limbs. No, we didn't know you did that. It's disgusting. We've got some good comments coming in. We've got
good comments.
Snog, marry, avoid from Flash Gordon, Ming's daughter, Prince Baron, and Clytus. Personally, I would snog Prince Baron. I'd marry Ming's daughter, and I'd avoid Clytus.
I can't remember who they all are.
I'd like to do all of it to Ming's daughter.
Yeah.
Who are the actors?
Well, Clytus is Peter Wingard.
Oh God, avoid.
Yeah, and Ming's daughter is an Italian actress who's rather attractive, and Prince Baron is Timothy Dalton.
Oh, Dalton. Well, let's not give him then, I guess.
Oh, here's a good one. Look, Breakdance 3, Joanna Lumley. Perfect.
Yeah, why not?
Gotta have a system.
Breakdance 3, Joanna Lumley.
Breakdance 3, K-pop takeover. No, Dwayne. We've had a conversation about this before. Breakdance 3, Super Mega Wii.
I didn't know that to rhyme.
I don't know what this means. Ming's daughter. He's put Ming's daughter.
Yeah.
No, that's Breakdance 3.
Here we go. The actress that played Ming's daughter is Ornella Muti.
Ornella Muti.
Whose sister is Nutella Muti.
Yeah.
That's just me being mildly racist there. Right. So this evening we're here to talk about many things, but I'll just let you know what we've got coming up. We've got an exciting round of Blankety Blank coming up from the Super Match game, led by our very own Terry Wogan. And then after that, we've got 3 scenes from Pretend Carry On films. 3.
Yeah.
And after that, you're all going to fuck off. I just thought I'd let you know. And as ever, the phone lines are still open. So if you'd like to call in, it's 0898 50 50 50. Calls cost 87 pence per second. Please do ask the permission of the bill payer. It's not bad. But as ever, we'll be taking your questions. And at the moment, have we got any coming in? We've got Super Match Game from Tim Carman coming in. We got Dwayne saying blankety blank and super match game. Thanks, Dwayne. And we've got Dwayne saying beat you, Tim. Don't want to know what you do in your spare time, Dwayne, but thank you very much anyway. So, Paul, Jeremy, what should we do now?
Well, I need a wee.
We just leave it. We call it a night. I'm sorry. What, you need a wee?
Yeah, I need a wee and to get some more wine. So if there's something that you two can do.
All right.
Well, Jeremy, why don't you go and get have a wee? I'll take you out of the stream while you go and get yourself a wee and some wine.
Brilliant. I'll be back very shortly.
See you in a minute.
Okay.
Now, Paul, I'm glad he's gone because I needed to tell you something for some time.
Yeah, go on.
I think Jeremy is having an affair with my cat.
Right. Okay. Now, I know for a fact that Jeremy has a cat of his own, which is that's a real snag.
So this makes it a proper affair.
Yeah, this really does. And I've got 2 cats of my own, and he's been around quite a lot.
Have any of your cats?
Yes, they're beautiful. I mean, every morning I have to really stop myself. They are stunning.
No, sorry. I didn't mean having an affair with my cat. I meant might be interested later on in playing Blankety Black with us.
Oh, right. Well,
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
Who's Imelda Staunton married to?
I don't know, John.
Well, she's married to Jim Carter, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah, Jim Carter.
Jim Carter.
That's the second appearance of that joke.
No. Yeah.
We were talking earlier, Jeremy's nightmarish version of Blankety Blank. The only joy I have in this lockdown is occasionally going on to Challenge TV on Freeview. And sometimes, not very often, but sometimes you'll get an old episode of Blankety Blank. And there were 3 on last week, which of course I then had to abandon everything. Not that I was doing anything to abandon. So I watched them. And Kenny Everett was in one, which is lovely, bottom middle.
Lovely.
But he was in the same episode where top right was Derek Nimmo, who clearly... Hello. Banned to death at a Burmese bordello. That's all I remember from Casino Royale.
Yes, of course.
Banned to death at a Burmese bordello. But he was on it, and he kept going, "This is awful." And then I'm going to put my coat on and leave. And it was too. He did it too well because Terry Wogan was like, "No, it's all right. Don't worry, we're just having fun." And he was like, "Oh, it's dreadful."
Remember Derek Nimmo was in Neighbours?
Really?
Yeah, when Harold and Madge
traveled
to England.
Ah.
Derek Nimmo was in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do, because he was putting on a northern accent.
That's right.
I remember one of the neighbours said, "What's in there, mate?" And he said, "Them's plants in there." For some reason,
do you remember when the Pet Shop Boys were in Neighbours?
Medical marijuana!
I don't remember. I remember Michael Palin in Home and Away.
Yes.
Do you remember that? He was a surfer.
Yes.
A nervous surfer.
I'm trying to think. I remember Paul McCartney was in Bread.
Yeah,
not in Bread. Although that might come back later. Pet Shop Boys were in Neighbours. Shout in the comments if you got any more. But was it Robbie Williams was in EastEnders?
In the background on the phone.
On the phone.
Princess
Boris
Margaret
Johnson was in EastEnders.
Princess Margaret was in The Archers.
I was going to say she was in Casualty after that bath.
Hey.
Orca the killer whales in Some Mothers Do Have Them.
That's right.
That's right.
And Little Richard was in El Dorado.
Hey, it's a great question. What are your favourite ITV regions?
Tying Tees.
I'd say Central.
Well, I grew up with TSW, so Television Southwest.
Actually, am I kidding? LWT.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Central had an image, and your mother wouldn't like it. Oh, you go like Boy George was in the A-Team. Yes.
That's very good. So wasn't Helena Bonham Carter in Miami Vice?
In Cheers.
Adam Mann was in The Equalizer. I don't mean he was having sex with him. That would be awful.
Joe Dolce was in The Wire.
Here we go. Look, hang on. Patrick McGowan was in Columbo a few times. That's putting it mildly. Matt
someone mentioned Gus Honeybun.
Also, Patrick McGowan was also the prisoner. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, he was. Central had the best logo, I agree, and it had Spitting Image and Palace Hill, and your mother wouldn't like it.
What was the Central logo? I can't remember that.
It was like a globe with shiny bits, painted in silver. By the way, if you're ever bored and you fancy a laugh, you can find the VT tapes of, I think it's Central, and it's Leslie Crowther and everyone doing The Price is Right. It's all the bloopers, basically. But it's him manhandling lots of ladies.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So it's like the equivalent of the BBC tapes.
Yeah, not as funny, though.
This was Channel 4.
Oh, that's a good one. Like Phil Collins was a bad guy in Miami Vice. That's quite right.
Oh, yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
I saw God, they hated us.
And the first ever finger on Channel 4, Richard Whiteley.
Hello.
Wow, welcome to.
Do you remember years ago when Jeremy and I were doing a show, we had a little runner, and it was Richard Whiteley's son. Do you remember?
Oh, no.
He'd come in and go, "Message for you, sir." It's like
then we had Richard Whiteley on stage at one of our last shows. He came on stage. It was brilliant.
We suddenly remember, and then a couple of years later, he did come on stage. Wow. And then a couple of years later, Richard Whiteley died, and we suddenly realised that kid was now like a billionaire.
Yeah. Fucking arsehole.
Fucking prick.
No, it's probably all taken by what's her face from Angels. What was her name?
Oh yeah, she looked a bit like the Predator.
Yes, I can't remember her name, but he was with her for a long time.
In a nice way.
She had a Polish surname, I seem to remember.
Well, like Ian McShane in Dallas. That's interesting.
So these are just people.
Here we go. Status quo. We're in Quarry. Quarry.
That can't be right. Is that right?
Frank Zappa was in both. Peter, I think it means Peter Sallis was in Hellraiser. He wasn't in Hellraiser. I'd fucking love it if he was.
Sallis is in Hellraiser. Oh, this lovely box. Let's try and open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foggy!
Fucking hell, grab it! He doesn't exist. He's just a skinned dog.
So, Paul, you mentioned about having some sort of game about guessing whose person was based on their appearance.
Sorry, what?
You mentioned having a game guessing.
Yes,
Guess the Tory, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Guess the Tory.
Guess the Tory. Should we have a game?
Should we play Guess the Tory? Hey, let's have a jingle, shall we?
All right.
Guess the Tory. Who will it be?
Welcome to Guess the Tory.
Hey!
Guess the Tory.
Guess the Tory.
It's a nice, simple, easy game. We're just going to read you a description or an idea or a notion, and you just need to tell us what Tory you think we're talking about. I'll start you off. Here we go. Which Tory is this? An outlawed lithograph of a praying mantis whose vital organs were replaced by several chipped decanters full of industrial slurry and cum.
I mean, it could be so many of them.
I mean, it could be many of them, yeah.
Well, is it for us to guess, or is it for the general public?
It's for you and the public to guess. I think the clue would be decanter.
Okay. Ian Duncan Smith?
And lithograph.
Oh. Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Yeah, JRM.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, of course. Praying mantis. That's right. Lovely. Well done. Well done.
I've got a couple.
Master T got one. Okay. Jeremy, off you go.
All right. Which Tory is this? Jimmy Savile's nan with a mouthful of coal.
William Hague?
No,
it's not.
It's not coming?
No, it's not.
It's Anne Widdecombe.
Right. Of course.
That's lovely.
You got one, John.
Okay. I mean, I hadn't prepared one, but I'll make one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we hadn't prepared them either.
No.
Look at him. He's reading off the wall.
Okay. Chalk duster explodes from the head.
Chalk duster explodes from the head.
Yeah.
Is that Margaret with his Mr. Whippy?
No, it's a current person.
Oh, current.
Current. Oh. Sorry, I'm not current.
All right. What about chalk duster? Chalk duster explodes from the head. Relaxes by eating disabled person sandwiches.
Is that Ian Duncan Smith?
That is Ian Duncan Smith. Yeah.
Oh, bravo! Well done.
It was the eating disabled person sandwiches that gave away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul, your turn.
Here we go. Fungal spore-based compassion denier that's overtaken its host of a dead koi carp.
Michael Gove.
Yes!
Wow. Okay. Well done.
Michael Gove.
All right, here's my one.
Yeah.
Here's my next one. Right, his own spitting image puppet, but the puppeteer's fist has come out the top of the head.
Oh, God.
Did you say his or her?
Oh, his. That gave it away.
Is that Hancock?
No.
Let's see if anyone is guessing from home.
From
Michael Fabricant.
It's not Michael Fabricant, no.
Oh, Gary Barlow, nice one.
It's not Gary Barlow.
Nice one.
No, we've had Gove.
No, we've had Gove. Kenneth Clark, no.
No.
Jerry Deacon.
I don't think he's in the cabinet.
I don't think he's a Tory either.
Do you not?
No. I'm going to say.
If it's not.
God, who's in the cabinet?
I know. It doesn't have to be. Well, this one is. It does happen to be in the present cabinet. But they don't have to be, though. Shall I tell you?
Is it Dominic Raab?
It is! It's Dominic Raab!
Hey!
Yeah.
Right, so is that my go?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God. A Scarecrow's butler. A Scarecrow's butler.
A Scarecrow's butler.
I know you, butler.
Scarecrow's butler. Does that mean he is messy or isn't he?
Yeah, he's messy. Yeah.
Is it not Boris Johnson?
Yes, Boris Johnson.
Yes, Boris Johnson.
Yeah, he's a bit of a Wurzel's type of person, isn't he?
Every night when he gives his 5 o'clock briefings, he goes, "Ah!" and falls into the camera.
Stay at home.
Stay alert.
And then he puts his Dominic Cummings head and drives on to Durham. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's Guess the Tory. Have we got any more, or is that it?
Yeah, I've got one more.
Oh, one more. Okay, so one more round. Okay.
I got one more as well.
All right.
A partially stuffed chaise lounge that's full of stolen blood diamonds.
Is that Kenneth Clark?
No. There's no clue at all. It's just how much I hate that person.
Is it Priti Patel?
Oh my God, it is Priti Patel. Well done.
Hey!
That's fantastic. Well done.
I kept thinking chaise lounge, luxurious, the smile.
Yeah, and blood diamond. It's obvious.
Yeah. I've actually got loads more, but I'm going to narrow it.
Okay.
I think we'll do one more.
All right.
Okay.
Peter Glaze after a stroke.
Gavin Williamson.
No. He's not actually in the cabinet, but he is a Tory.
Oh.
And you will have heard of him, though.
Is it Mark Francois?
Yes, it is Mark Francois.
Well done, Matley Self. Well done. My last one would be
Cunt.
Some cunt.
Okay. A playful circus seal has been fucked by a gorilla, but still retains that lovely smile.
Hang on, I thought that was the latest advice.
Rishi Sunak.
Huh?
Is it Rishi?
No, it's not.
Rishi.
But it's someone who's on telly a lot and does a lot of smiling.
Hancock.
Hancock.
It's gotta be Hancock.
Hancock's half truths.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, well, I think everybody enjoyed.
I tell you,
that's the Tory. Who will it be?
Guess the Tory.
I'll never say that again.
Pardon?
That's the Tory. Who will it be?
Fell out the coffin.
What? Jeremy, limbs. What are you doing?
I was just
trying to show us your third limb.
There's my jack.
Oh. Tim Cohen said we all enjoyed. Speaks for everybody there.
Thank you very much.
Speaks for the 40-odd people that are watching this.
I think that's my favourite new game of this century.
I really enjoyed that. That's Paul's idea. So
Paul's idea.
Paul, pop 5 points in your little pocket there.
Oh, I will. Thank you. I just do that on Twitter now. It's just.
I think 5 points to Gryffindor.
5 points to Gryffindor.
Even better, you get to win 10 bob.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. Is that a beer mat that you got?
No, it's actually 10 bob.
Oh, right.
I've got for some reason I've got half a crown as well. You want half a crown?
I want to see half a crown.
Yeah, half a crown that is. It's old money. Old money.
Tim Coleman says, quick question: If you were me in my situation, would you cut a red, blue, or green wire? Arthur's appreciated the next 30 seconds. It's a bomb joke.
Green.
Tim, I would cut all of them and burn in hell.
Oh, well, that's all we got time for on Points of View.
Do you remember when Tory did Points of View and became the biggest Points of View himself?
I do, yeah.
When he had his fucking junk hanging out of his trousers, pretty much.
Terry's got a stiffy.
But not only that, but you could see his balls as well.
See my balls as well. That'll teach me to interview the Nolans.
You never saw Terry's junk.
Oh, you
he
definitely
did. Don't you remember this?
Out.
You know. Oh, yeah. You remember? He was having. He was wearing his mustard slacks, and they weren't so black.
I won't countenance it.
No, you're probably right.
Not tell.
Not old tell.
Sorry, old tell's got to curtail this interview. He's got to stick.
Still for a minute, gentlemen. I'll be able to show you.
There's a stock on.
I'll be able to show us all.
Can I use that moment to refill my glass?
Yeah, go and refill your glass, and Jeremy and I will talk. Yeah. Because the last time Jeremy and I talked, it was a long time ago.
Well, I think we've only met once in real space.
In real money, you came to my birthday shenanigans.
I did, yes. It was a very fine occasion was had.
Was that last year?
It must have been because it was like. Well, when's your birthday?
June.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yes, it was last year. It feels like about 10 years ago.
It does. Well, it's a different era, isn't it?
Because of the old lockdown.
The old fuck down.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only time I met you.
Yeah, it was very nice, though.
It was very nice. I brought along a policewoman, I seem to remember.
Yes, you brought a policewoman along, which was very awkward because I was dealing skag.
I know. Sorry about that. I always bring a policewoman wherever I go.
Hey, Paul, look at this.
Go on.
If I get rid of the banner, you'll be able to see Terry's Wogan there.
Jesus Christ. Looks like he's smuggling a Cornish pasty out of the old BBC canteen.
Terry's old scrotum there.
Got a lot of complaints, Terry's old blankety blank there, showing up on telly.
Deary me.
Poor really? Terry.
So did he the next week talk about it? We've had a few letters.
I think
considering
else,
I know Johnson.
I've got a vague memory that someone else hosted that week and he had to
with their tits out.
Hang
on.
Boff.
Right.
What about Boff?
Boff?
Or Bow?
I mean, these days, Frank Boff, would that be a big scandal, do you think?
Oh, I see. These cocaine sort of. I think it wasn't the scandal because he was so clean cut. And that was...
Well, Thigston got caught in a bondage den, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
But I mean, he was always a bit seamy, wasn't he? He was always...
the words of Jeremy Limbs there.
He was, though. It was a youth presenter. He didn't do grandstand in a cardigan.
Yeah. So
no, it's true.
So what about sort of Angus Dayton? He sort of...
Oh, fuck him.
fucking cunt. Sorry,
everybody. Why? You know he starts off presenting "Would I Lie to You?" And then Frank Bow. No, Deaton. So what? But there should have been a scandal when he left that as well. I was expecting one.
What was the scandal?
Well, there wasn't one. That's the point. He just vanished.
Was it the insulted Imelda Staunton's husband?
Now, who's Imelda Staunton's husband again?
Well, that's Jim Carter, of course.
Jim Carter, of course, yes. Jim
Carter, of course.
Of course.
Paul, I seem to remember one of your scariest...
Paul Bagtell.
One of your scariest film moments involves Jim Carter, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Which is Haunted
Honeymoon, yeah.
It's a horrible
when
bit.
When they're singing Balling the Jack.
Yeah, and then he just looks at Steve Wilder, and the music goes... His eyes go...
Like a Balling the Jack.
He gets big werewolf eyes to Jim Carter.
It's just really genuinely frightening. It scared and terrified me as a kid.
I'll take a phone call on it. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have been familiarizing myself with the technology, as you can probably appreciate.
Jeremy's going to hang himself.
Jeremy's going to hang himself.
No, I'm trying to open the window because it's hot in here.
Dive channel for hanging.
It's getting hot in here, so Jeremy takes off all his clothes. It is getting so hot. Jeremy's going to take his clothes off.
And hang himself.
Having a hot flush. I'm having a hot flush.
We've had the votes in from the Estonian jury. Dues points to the old pink love sack.
Poor old Tel.
Oh, don't you miss him? I mean, Eurovision is fine, and Graham Norton is fine. He's good, but he's not Tel, is he?
No.
I remember once. Do you remember when the BBC shop was at the top of? It was near Broadcasting House. Do you remember when there was a BBC? I remember going in there once, and he was old Tel was in there signing some merchandise, and he sort of looked up and looked directly at me, and because he was so familiar, I just almost went, "Oh yeah, all right, how you going, Tel?" Luckily, I didn't. And the rest is it. But he's one of those because he had these huge, great blue eyes as well, burning into your soul.
Oh, he had wonderful eyes.
He's
a wonderful voice.
Yeah.
And I often did.
Get out of bed eyes.
I remember years and years ago when I was working with you, Jeremy, for a show you were doing on BBC Choice. That's how long ago.
Yeah.
And we were filming in the BBC TV Centre. There was a bit where there were two famous people walking from different directions into reception, and everyone's looking one way at Liam Gallagher, going, "Liam Gallagher," and I'm looking the other way, going, "Richard Bryars." Sums up everything. Far more interested in Richard Bryars during the height of Britpop.
Oh, quite right too.
Everybody, should we maybe play some Blankety Blank?
We should, yeah.
So how about because we were in one of these video streaming things one night, Paul and I, and it was the Unmakeable thing that we did, which was great. And one night we used some copyright stuff, and we immediately got taken off the air. So to avoid doing that, I have made my own Blankety Blank jingle, and I think you'll agree, much better than the actual song. Oh, hang on. I'll try that again.
It's haunting.
I think you'll agree, much better than the actual song.
Blankety Blank.
That's much better.
That's fantastic. So
I'm expecting the state of Ronald Hazelhurst to get in touch and say, "Could you record over everything our father did
on tape
with pleasure?"
On wax cylinder, please.
So we're going to play a super match game.
We're going to go straight into a super match game, and we'll be playing 2 super match games. And obviously, whoever wins super match games, it's 50 blanks, 100 blanks, 150 blanks, then gets on to play the head-to-head. And then whoever wins gets to choose the next 2 carry-on films that we do. So first of all, we're going to start off with the old microphone.
Oh.
Which, of course, is a bit of blue tack on the end of a metal skewer.
Don't ruin the magic. I've told you.
That's BBC for you. Now, we're going to have a quick game of the old super match. And whoever first types in that they'd like to play by saying, "Wogan rules," will be our first contestant.
I'm just checking now. Fum 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 Tim Coleman is our first player.
Tim Coleman.
Congratulations, Tim. You get to play our first super match game. It's a super match game. Super match game. Super match game.
He's already bloody made one. I mean, round of applause for that.
Well, yeah, it took hours. Now, sorry, who's playing?
Tim Coleman.
Tim, you're going to be playing with John Inman, which is John Rain, and Jeremy Brett. Welcome to the show, chaps.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
So let's reveal the legend. Fucking stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Spare
blank. Now, John Inman. John, you don't have to write this down. You can just say, spare blank. What's your answer?
Tire, Terry.
Spare tire. That's a lovely one there. Jeremy Brett, as I live and breathe. What do you have for us?
Spare room.
Spare room. Wonderful. And of course, you can have one of Tell's owns, because there's normally 3, isn't there? Spare tire.
That was John.
That's fantastic.
That was my one.
Oh, sorry. Spare tires.
Terry, what about ribs?
Oh, spare ribs. Wonderful. Now, you've already had your answer there, Inman. Or, Tim, you could go with one of your own.
Well, Terry, I thought I'd have 3.
Shut up, you pufter. Oh no, we're off the air. Terry's done it again. Tim, you can either go with John's. What was it? I forgot already.
Tire.
I said tire.
Jeremy's room.
Room.
Or Wogan's ribs. Or you could choose one of your own.
So, Tim, what's it going to be? Tire?
Type in your answer.
Or ribs?
And we'll reveal.
Is he definitely still there?
No, he's gone.
He says, me the ballworms.
Spare the ballworms.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Spare me the ballworms.
Tim says, room.
Room.
That was mine.
That's Jeremy Brett.
Let's find out. For 50 blanks, it was, of course.
I love you, Paul.
50 blanks, it was room.
Room.
Well done there. That's 50 blanks for you there, Tim. But what was the old 100 blank? That, of course, was spare disco. The old spare disco there. But for 150 blanks, it was spare key.
Spare key.
Listen, Tim. 50 blanks, you never know. The next contestant might get fuck all. And we might see you in the head-to-head. So we'll see you later. This is a super match game. Super match game. Revolve around a bit.
Superman's gay. Superman's gay.
Oh, Superman's gay. It's flying through the air like that. Superman's gay. Superman's gay. Superman's gay.
So, Terry, have we got another round of super match game, or is that it?
Let's have another super match now. First,
right. So the first person to shout
Hogan rules gets to play the next round. In the meanwhile, Superman's gay. Superman's gay. Superman's gay. Superman's gay.
Wogan rules. Remember, the first person to say Wogan rules. I'm watching the comments right now.
You get to play the next super match.
Dwayne Hickman.
Hickman. Welcome to another the super match game. Slightly different things. Slightly different things. It's super match, and joining me now is John Nettles. Hello, John. And of course, Jeremy Spate. Hello, Jeremy.
You mean Spike?
Spike. That's it. Oh, did I say spate?
Spate!
Did I say spate? Sorry about that.
Did.
Oh, dear. Now,
stupid bastard.
That's right. Enjoy your last appearance on this show. Please reveal the legend. Blank case.
Oh.
Have a little think. Stand a step. Stand a step. Well, John Nettles, what have you got? Blank case.
Well, Terry, I spent a long time in Midsummer investigating murders, and you know what? I'd be nowhere without my briefcase.
Lovely answer there, John. Briefcase. What say you, Jeremy Spake?
Well, I work in an airport, did I? So I see a lot of these. Nutcase.
So, you got John's brief and Jeremy's nuts. And I'll take one myself. I'll go for pencil case. Oh yeah, that's great. So, which one would you like to go for?
Dwayne, please give us your answer.
Or you can go for one of your own entirely.
Dwayne has gone for cold.
Oh. Cold case. Fantastic.
Oh. Bit dark.
I tell you what, Terry, when I'm on the set of Midsummer Murder, quite often it's a cold case.
Oh, chilling to the bone. Bit like eating the soup at the BBC canteen. Here we go. For 50 blanks, it is bing, pencil case.
Oh.
That was hotels. For 100 blanks, it is, of course, ding, helicopter case.
I didn't say that.
Where helicopters are kept when they're in storage. The top answer was, of course, suitcase. Oh, dear. You didn't get any of them right, I'm afraid, you idiot.
I've never heard of that.
Which means you've got to
welcome. I don't know what
that is. What? Well, you don't need to. Which means now we welcome back to the head-to-head. Tim! Come on, it's the head-to-head. Head-to-head.
Tim Coleman, you're back in the game. Head-to-head.
Tim Coleman's back now.
Tim and Dwayne. Come on now.
No, it's just Tim. Tim's won.
Just Tim. Okay, Tim.
Tim's now in the head-to-head.
Who with?
He's got to choose, hasn't he?
He's got to choose, yeah.
So is it between John Nettles and
No, it's between John Deteen.
I knew you could say that.
And Jeremy Irons.
Who's John Deteen?
He's in Lame Ducks.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you poor man. He was also he starred in the Day of the Triffids in the early 80s.
Oh yes, I know that is. Yeah. He was in Who Dares Wins. Why didn't you say?
Oh, sorry.
John, you would absolutely love Lame Ducks.
I'll stick it out. Right, so I'm John Deteen. Okay, and Jeremy is.
So it's
Jeremy Irons.
Okay, Tim has said Irons.
Oh right. God! Oh,
playing with irons. He's playing with irons now. You've got to now write down your answer, Mr. Irons. If that's all right, yes, Mr. Irons. Well, you better fucking.
I'll do it on my iPad.
You better strike while the irons is hot.
Fuck off.
Sorry about that, Jeremy. So you get to write it down, and so does Tim. And if you match, Tim, you get to choose what carry-ons we're going to do next time. What a prize. Are you ready?
Fum, 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 fum.
Here we go. We're ready. It's very simple. Snooker blank. When you're ready, Tim, type in your answer and we'll see if it matches with Jeremy Irons.
I'm keeping it on Tim's feed, so I'll let you know when Tim jumps up.
Superman's game.
I got it written down.
Okay, Jeremy, you hold on for a sec there, Jeremy Irons.
Just waiting for Tim. So, Jeremy Irons, while we're waiting, can you tell me about what it was like working on Bridehead Revisited 3?
It was terribly, terribly gay. In the old-fashioned sense of the word, terrible.
Oh, not good.
No. Well, I mean,
Tim Coleman, come on, what's your answer? Oh, what was the question again?
Snooker blank.
Okay, here we go. Tim has answered. Ready?
Okay, Tim, let's have your answer. Snooker Loopy. Snooker Loopy! That's fantastic. Well done there, Tim.
Tim, you have won the chance to name the next 2 Carry On films for next week. So, Tim, whenever you're ready, and thanks for playing, by the way, whenever you're ready, please name the next 2 Carry On films for next week.
Well, that's it.
Can I just say to Jeremy Irons before we go?
Yes.
I really respect your work.
Thank you. That's almost like a son marrying his father. I mean, it's meaningless.
Well, I wanted you to be in Day of the Triffids, but they wouldn't let you.
Oh.
Because, I tell you why. There was a rumour at BBC Television Centre that you were having sex with a Venus flytrap. Is that true, Jeremy Irons?
He's gone.
Is he?
It's Jeremy Spake here. But it's true.
Are you spaking on his behalf?
Yeah. That's Spake Jeremy. I tell you what.
Spaking on his behalf from your home.
The old love that dare not spake its name. It's Jeremy Spake. He's a woofter.
Terry,
you arsehole.
You can say whatever you like. Hotel's dead.
That's true. You can't libel someone when you're dead.
Libel's dead.
Is Jeremy Spake dead?
No, he wishes he was.
Can we arrange that? Can we get that sorted out?
VT, can we do that? No?
Tim,
Okay.
Tim, where's your 2 Carry On subjects for next week?
Well, he doesn't have to come up with them right away.
Right now!
Right now, Tim.
Oh, we want them now. We want them now!
What you don't have to do is come up with them right now!
I'll tell you what I'll do. While we're waiting for Tim to do that, we'll have the wonderful new Blankety Blank jingle.
Blankety Blank.
I mean, it's so good.
Wonderful.
Mm.
The old copyright infringement remix.
Here we go. Tim says, "Carry On Aliens" and "Carry On Schindler's List."
Oh,
very good.
Very well.
Well, I know which one I'm doing.
Yeah, so do I.
Great. Well, Tim, thank you, because last time we played this, someone played and then disappeared. So thank you, Tim.
Ooh,
you stuck around.
Well, I suppose we should really launch into a Carry On, shouldn't we?
Oh, God.
You know what? Maybe we should. And who was first? Was it Paul, Jeremy, or I was first?
I don't know. I don't mind. We've got Carry On Jaws, we've got Carry On Star Trek, and we've got Carry On
Godfather.
So, I don't mind. Should we go in order of when the original films came out?
In which case, it would be Star Trek.
I guess.
Star Trek by the TV series first, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's have a bit of Carry On Star Trek, shall we?
Yes.
I mean, Jeremy Lim, ladies and gentlemen, who all we had to do was write a funny scene, and he went off and wrote music for all of them. So bloody hell!
There's a bit of rearranging going on there. It wasn't entirely all me, but yes, It was all me.
Well, should we do Carry On Star Trek then?
Yeah, we should.
No,
do you want to cast this?
Yeah, I was going to say, the tradition is the person who wrote it casts it.
Okay, in which case, I reckon, weirdly, Sid is going to be Paul, obviously.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Now, I think because he's all the way through it, to be honest...
That's fine, I don't mind just being Sid.
A little bit of background for this, because, you know, when Sid was occasionally in charge, like Carry On Cruising?
Yeah.
So because he's Kirk, I'm not making excuses, but it's but it was a fucking difficult thing to do. So
well, what I like most about this is that you've both embraced, and I have as well this week for once, the alternate titles for the film.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. Is that not normally done?
Well, we try to, but quite often Paul does and I don't. But this week we've all done it, so it's nice.
I think that's very much part of the Carry On experience.
I would say that Paul. I mean, we should have worked this out earlier, but never mind. Paul's going to be Sid James and Kenneth Williams, surely.
Well, I was thinking if you could be Kenneth Williams, John.
Me? Okay, yeah, lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But just in a sort of in that sort of way, he has just the sort of.
Oh yes. So who are you going to be, Jeremy?
Well, I will be, if that's all right, Peter Butterworth.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
Peter Butterworth, Hattie Jakes, very briefly Joan Sims.
Perfect.
And
so I'm just doing Kenneth Williams, right?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
There's a very small bit of Charles Audrey at the end as well.
That'll be Paul.
Paul, yeah?
Yeah, he's good at Charles Audrey. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, off we go then.
All right, so here we go. This is Carry On Star Trek, or
Live Long and Chopper,
or
Beam Me Up, Totty,
or
Set Phasers to Stunner.
Excellent. So Paul, you're up.
Here we go. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Booby Prize. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds and have a butchers and some heavenly bodies. And hopefully have a close encounter with some new dominions. The nuder the better. To seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go all the way where no man has gone all the way before. Right up the Milky Way.
Theme music.
Yeah.
I mean, I could drop that in, but there's no point.
It's fine. No point now.
Captain's log. Stardate 1582.6. In other words, by 3:30. We've just left the planet Romulus. I was sick of that place. Also, I'm a bit worried about First Officer Spunk. He's been acting strangely. There's no change there then. He says he may be going through the pond far. I don't think he's gone far enough. FX, Booby Prize Bridge Interior. Oh, lovely. Status, Mr. Spunk.
Currently single, Captain.
Oh, you do surprise me. I meant the status of the ship.
Oh, I see. Shields at 80%. Engines at 20%, Captain.
Scotch?
60%, Captain. If you mean single malt.
No. I'm trying to get Chief Engineer Scotch on the blower. Here, Scotch, are you there? FX communicator bleep, sound of a cork popping, drink being guzzled.
That's better.
Scotch?
Brandy, actually. Oh, sorry, sir. I was just recalibrating the sensors, sir.
I'll recalibrate your sensors in a minute. Now, what's going on with the engines, Mr. Scotch? How come they're only on 20%?
Well, it's the dilithium crystals, you see, sir. Well, you can't get them, you know.
Balls.
No, it's true, sir. It's absolutely true.
No, I mean the dilithium crystal balls. Can we use some of them?
Well, we could, sir, but I'm afraid I dropped them.
What?
Is everything all right, Captain?
No, it is not. Mr. Scotch has dropped his balls.
Oh, late developer, is he?
Then what do you suggest we do, Mr. Scotch?
Oh, that's simple, sir. I just need to reach out to Crystal, that's all.
And how long's that going to take?
Well, what time is it now?
3:30.
Oh, well, in that case, about 4 weeks, sir.
Oh, you great nit. Go, blimey.
All may not be lost, Captain. A mere 800 light years away is a planet inhabited by savage humanoids, but unusually rich in dilithium. Even with the engines at 20%, we might be able to make it.
Well, I don't know, sounds a bit risky to me. Here, what's the name of this planet?
It seems to be known locally as the planet of the Ravers.
Set a course! Warp factor bloody loads! SFX Bridge Doors. Who is it?
Nurse Chapel, Captain.
More like Nurse Cathedral.
This is Hattie Jakes. I need to explain in advance.
Hello, Mr. Spunk. I was just wondering if I could do anything for you.
Couldn't you have asked me over the communicator?
Oh, well, I've always preferred the personal touch.
Nurse, I do not like being touched, particularly in a personal way.
Well, I was just thinking of your Ponfar.
Nurse, please. The Ponfar is a very private matter for us Vulcans. We don't like to discuss it openly.
Well, maybe you should try. After all, you've never had it before.
I assure you, Nurse, I may not have had it, but I know all about it.
In my experience, men don't know anything about it until they've had it.
I'm talking about the pond fire.
So was I.
Oh, blimey, well, you two turn it up. Nurse, if there's nothing else, would you mind awfully shoving off my bridge?
Well, actually, Captain, I was wanting a word with you about the infrequency of your logs.
All right, I'll lay off the boiled eggs.
Captain, we're approaching the planet of the Ravers.
Smashing! Lieutenant Yoo-hoo! Open a Yoo-hoo! Smashing! Lieutenant Yoo-hoo! Open a hailing frequency! Lieutenant Yoo-hoo! Lieutenant Yoo-hoo!
It's Joan Sims. So I says to her, you want to watch these Klingons, great big airy brutes? And she says to me, sounds like your Bert. And I says to her, well, at least my Bert's got hair. And she says, yeah, on the palms of his hands. So I says to her, and she says to me,
Lieutenant Yoo-hoo, will you please get off the bloody line? We need to pick up some vital spare parts.
yes, I know exactly the sort of spare parts you pick up, Sid. I remember what happened on the planet Nymphos.
Oh, yeah, me too. God, that's what I call a start date.
Well, it's a disgrace, man in your position. I thought we were on an important mission.
Exactly. The missionary position.
Captain, we've just received communication from the planet's surface.
Wait a minute. I thought you said they were savages.
Well, the spelling is appalling, sir.
Well, what does it say?
It says closing down sales of lithium crystals 2 for 1. Everything must go.
Oh, that's lucky.
For details, contact the Great Warlord Skull Crusher the Terrible, P.O. Box 56.
Oh, I don't like the sound of him.
Me neither. Still, we haven't got a choice. Open a channel.
You
You
operates
operate the controls. Oh,
He's on the line now, Captain.
this is Captain Sid T. Burke of the Starship Booby Prize. Greetings, oh great warlord Skullcrusher the Terrible. Oh, hello. Are you really Skullcrusher the Terrible? Oh, yes. Well, you see, I love to crush skulls, but I'm terrible at it. Ooh. Anyway, I suppose you're after some dilithium. That's right, Mush. Whatever you've got. Oh, marvellous. Well, it's 2 for 1 at the moment. Smashing. So if you've got one, you just beam him down and we'll send up 2 dilithium crystals. Wait a minute. Beam who down? You know. Ooh, one of them. You mean like one of you? Oh, no, good heavens, no. I mean a Vulcan, preferably one going through Pond Far. You see, we've got a bit of a shortage of men here at the moment, and there's only so much of me to go around. You don't say. Well, look, we do happen to have a Vulcan, but he's not that experienced.
Oh, Captain.
So I was wondering if I might do instead, just to help out, Oh, I see. Well, I warn you, our women folk are quite insatiable. God, I don't mind that. Tell you what, I'll find out what they think. Nasha? Nasha? Yes, Nasha. Lovely girl. Widely regarded as our finest beauty. Oh, say hello, Nasha.
Hello.
God, blimey. She's widely regarded, all right. On second thoughts, maybe you'd be better off with the Vulcan after all. This here is Mr. Spunk.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Captain, might I have a word?
No, don't worry, Mr. Spunk. I'm not going to order you to service the entire female population of that planet.
Thank you, Captain. I have been and always will be your
I'm just going to beam you straight down there. Energize!
Long live and prosper!
Not bloody likely!
Okay, that's Carry On Star Trek, written by Jeremy Limbs.
Oh, that was marvellous. Just marvellous.
So what's next?
We're going in order of what was it? It's Godfather next, isn't it? If it's
we're going by years, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a Godfather
in that case,
next.
it's time for. Carry On Godfather. Now let's open up this file. It's not a beta file. Sorry, that was Sid jumping out there. Right, this is Carry On Godfather. Now, Paul, I'd like you to play Sid James.
Yeah.
And Jeremy, I'd like you to play Peter Butworth.
absolutely.
So when we get to the point, maybe I'll be Kenneth Williams.
And who else is there?
There's Kenneth Williams, there's Jack Douglas, who I'd like to be Paul.
Okay.
And there's Babs, who I'm asking to be Jeremy. So I'm going to be Kenneth, and you guys can cover the rest. Ready?
Okay.
So this is Carry On Godfather.
Who's Jim Dale?
Oh, I'll be Jim Dale. Because he's fairly boring, isn't he? Yeah. So Carry On Godfather, or the Cozy Nostra, or Put Your Mob Away, the Vicar's Ear.
Yeah.
So Panna Cotta, played by Peter Butterworth, sits before Don Corblimey, played by Sid James, and Tom Jim Dale, played by me, sits next to the Don. So here we go.
Don Corblimey. I believe in Britain. I believe in industry. I believe in fairness. Now, I may be just a humble shoe repairer.
Cobblers.
It's true, and I raised my daughter to believe in that same fairness. Well, this is why I need your help today. I need justice, Don Corblimey. I need you to help us save
our souls.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Just talking of which, well, I went to the police, but they did nothing. I got so desperate, I even turned to the secret society of druids.
Warlocks.
Oh, it's true, my Don. I need your help more than ever, you see, to make sure someone gets their just desserts.
Oh, Panna Cotta. We've all known each other for years, but this is the first time you've come to us for help.
That's right. You've never even invited me round yours for a cup of tea or some crumpet.
Well, I don't like it with Bessie and her wind.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever find that kite?
Oh, no. It ended up in Hull.
Bessie?
My Great Dane. Pure breed. Used to take her to shows.
He got thrown out of Chicago.
Well, it's a tough town.
No. He means the musical. Bessie loves her music, but not as much as her films.
Yeah, her favourite's Gone with the Wind.
What would you like us to do for you, Panna Cotta?
Well, I want you to whack someone off.
Look, I don't mind getting me hands dirty, but that's a step too far.
No. I mean, rub someone out.
And who would you like us to rub out?
Mr. Bunn.
The baker's son.
Who lives down Drury Lane?
That's him.
Well, what's he done?
He's been rolling around with my Flora.
Oh, you mean Flower?
No, Flora, my daughter.
Yeah, spread's easier.
He wants to put a bun in the oven, you see.
Oh, and you're not keen on him?
No. I don't like his family, sir.
And what do they do?
They're all inbred.
That's right. They run the bakery.
We'll see what we can do, Panna Cotta.
That's right. Leave it with me, and I'll make sure he doesn't get a rise.
Thank you, Don Corblimey. And I baked some of my own rolls for the party. I left them outside in case you ran out. Apologies for the quality, but I baked them in a hurry.
Thanks, Panna Cotta. We'll let you know if they're needed later. Panna Cotta exits.
Can we get on with the wedding now? The buffet won't last long with the wife on it.
Soon, but Mayor Crook and his team would like a word first.
Oh, God, not him. So what's it? Oh, sorry. I have to give him me belt.
Oh, you're not going to hit him?
No, I mean in case I want to hang myself.
So Crook, Kenneth Williams, enters with Chastity, Barbara Windsor, and Falstaff, Jack Douglas. Good afternoon, Don Corblimey. Thanks for seeing us on the day of your daughter's wedding.
Yes, I hope she's having a nice day.
You giving her away later? Oh, get off. Giving her away? Blimey, I wish I had to pay a fortune.
She seems like a nice girl.
That's exactly the problem.
Oh, cheeky.
Here, are you new here?
Yes, I only started 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes, she's on secondment from the council.
I used to work at the Tip. I was in hardcore.
I've probably seen some of your work.
We won't keep you long. We just noticed that we haven't had a monthly donation as yet. The donation?
Oh, yes, he means the illegal payoff. Oh, get off.
Hang on, you never said anything about it being illegal.
Miss Chastity, you just have to leave the details of the legalities of these matters to me. I think you'll find that I am better equipped in taking big ones.
Oh, I wondered about that limp. Oh, get off.
I didn't know I was mixed up in illegal affairs with this man.
Chance to be a fine thing.
Oh.
You're a bit quiet when the police were asking us questions last month, Crook. Well, I have a reputation to uphold. I can't very well be seen to be supporting organised crime. When the police ask me questions, I keep my counsel, thank you very much.
Oh, yes, and he's already told them about everything you did.
Shh.
Did you? What a lot of flunt.
Yeah, you can talk.
Oh.
We already know what you're up to, Crook. Did you? Yes, we have a mole in your office.
I wondered what all those patches of mud were for. Yeah, we did. And you left me with no choice.
No, please.
You're going to sleep with the fishes.
No.
What does he mean?
He's sending all us off to Grimsby. Get off.
Let's carry on, Godfather. There. Oh
dear. Panna cotta is rather beautiful.
Yeah, and finally we have got finally for our feature presentation. Carry on, Jaws.
Carry on, Jaws.
Written by Mr. P. Litchfield.
Hello. So obviously, I'll be. There's. It was Mayor Vaughan. It's now Mayor Yawn, and that's Sid James. So obviously, I'll be Sid James. Instead of a. So we got Chief Broody, which is Jim Dale, which will be you, John.
Yep.
And can you also? And then Jeremy, can you be the marine biologist, Charlie Hawtree, who's Mr. Pooper?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you could also, Jeremy, because I quite like to see your boy. You could be the salty sea captain.
Oh, yeah.
Bint. Yeah?
Bint.
Fair enough.
Okay. So here we go. So this is Carry On Jaws, or We're Going to Need a Bigger Cast, or I Lost My Heart in Amity, or 20,000 Wheeze Under the Sea.
Not bloody likely.
Piss myself. Anyway. Exterior beach day. Tourists cover the beach on a beautiful day. Chief Broody, Jim Dale, is talking with the local mayor, Mayor Yawn, Sid James, with marine biologist, Mr. Pooper, Charles Hawtree, and the salty sea captain himself, Bint, Jack Douglas. Starts off with Yawn. God, what a lovely day for it, eh? What a shame I came here instead. Still, the sun is shining, the skies are blue, I can hear the shop tills ringing up and down the promenade. God, I'm so happy I can have a chinky... Sorry, I'll say that again. I'm so happy I can have a cheeky winkle on the beach.
I'd have to fine you for littering.
Chief Broody, will you please just relax? You've been running up and down the beach all day with your Speedos in a twist. You made me drop me pickled onions. I'll be finding sand in them for weeks.
I'm telling you now, Mayor Yawn, we may have to close this beach down.
Now, wait a minute. Let's not be too hasty here.
Tell him, will you?
Who's this?
Mr. Pooper.
Well, he should have gone earlier. Where's he from?
Staines.
He should have gone to the dry cleaners.
He's a shark expert. Tell him, Pooper. Tell him what you told me.
Oh, hello. Well, I have a little rash on the end of my what's-it, you see. And I can't help but scratch it in the morning.
No, not that. The other thing.
Oh, dear. I haven't got another thing.
Blimey, not your nose, Pooper. The shark. Tell him about the shark.
Oh, I see, yes. Well, what we are dealing with here is a ruthless killing machine, constantly hungry. A huge brutish creature roaming the area with absolutely no remorse.
Ah, you've met the wife, then?
Oh.
People are going to die.
Will you keep your voice down? God blimey, now listen. It's Easter bank holiday and the island is fully booked. We can't afford to close down. It's the busy season. God, we got the knobbly knees competition later on.
Not if everyone's knees have already been nobbled.
There's nothing to worry about. They caught the flaming shark anyway. It was only a tiddler.
That wasn't the same shark that chumped up poor Miss Chesty Watkins.
Will you kindly shut your keiko? Blimey, that's the last thing we need around here is panic. Now listen, the beach stays open and that's my final word.
But this thing's got a real taste for it, you see, and it wants to come back for another nibble.
Oh, then you haven't met the wife then. Now what about you? Bint, isn't it? Any pearls of wisdom that you care to impart?
Well, I see. Hey, you go, you get off. Hey, boy.
That's your professional opinion, is it? God, blimey. Where'd you find him? Davy Jones' locker? Bint.
Sorry about that. I had a crab in my flip-flops. Boy.
That's nothing. I once had a limpet in me tackle box.
Mr. Bins kindly agreed to hunt down the monster in his boat.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a boat exactly. It's more of a dinghy, although it does have a leak.
You want to shove a cork in it?
I beg your pardon.
The dinghy.
Oh, yes, I see. Hey, get off!
Now, you listen here, Chief Broody. I have the autopsy report from Dr. Poker, and he says that Chesty's death could have been put down to misadventure.
What did she do? Do the breaststroke through a butcher's shop?
And that's all there is to it. Mind you, I can tell you one thing, though. That poor girl suffered from terrible dandruff.
Well, why'd you say that?
They found her head and shoulders on the beach. Horrible thing to say.
Oh, it's just the fact I've been joining in with ho ho ho, Mr. Mayor. Have you no heart? What if you're Mrs. Mormon? What if Mrs. Yorn was next?
Mrs. Yorn? Versus a 25-foot-long shark? Oh, God. I'd have to buy a wreath.
Oh, how touching.
For the shark?
No, she wouldn't stand a chance. The brute would drag her straight down under.
Oh, no, not my wife. She's got a big pair of floats.
Tell him, Bint.
Right, now, I've put a lot of thought into this. Have you tried soaking it in swarfing?
Not his nose. Blimey, tell the mayor what you can do.
Oh, right. Well, I'm a dab hand at sandcastles.
Not that, your other skills.
Eh? What? Oh, no, yes. I'll catch that beast for you. Yes, I've tackled many a ferocious animal in my life. See this scar?
He lifts up his shirt to reveal a long scar across his stomach.
Oh, blimey. That's a whopper. Where'd you get that?
Longleat.
Oh, I say. Was this a lion?
Oh, I tripped over at the gift shop. So.
Oh, God, will you all please give it a rest? I haven't got time for all of this. I've got looming deadlines.
I thought it was just the way you walked. Hey, get off!
Look, I'm gonna be on the job all day.
You need more fibre in your diet.
Oh, give it a rest, you little. Listen, I've got the knobbly knees and that best too, and before that I've got to open the bandstand, and then I've got to judge the fruit and veg display down at the WI tent. Poor old Father Groper's complaining that his cucumbers are wilting.
Well, he is 82.
And Mrs. Twitch has entered her famous prize-winning apples again.
Well, that's nothing. You should see her daughter's pair. Well,
if she plays her cards right, I'll pop a rosette on them.
You're making a big mistake, Hyorn. I warned you, but you wouldn't listen.
You just do your job, Chief Broody, and I'll do mine. Nothing is going to stop the fun for everyone. Come on, take the day off. Have a nice dip.
Not on your Nelly. Whatever I dip to, it'll be ripped off.
Oh, well then, why don't you go and take a long walk out on the pier?
But we haven't got one.
Exactly.
For
you pricks.
Carry on time. Right, I'm gonna nip out for a moment. I'm gonna leave you with the capable hands of Paul and Jeremy. I'm gonna get another drink and have a wee. Pee-wee.
Have a pee-wee.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna say. I was watching Blankety Blank on Challenge last week.
Which era?
It was Wogan, and in the first episode it was horrible. It was Paul Daniels, who was bottom middle, being. But that was
he brings props, doesn't he?
Yeah, like toy squeaky frogs and all sorts of stuff.
Nothing he did. Lips and things.
Yeah. Also, nothing he did was funny.
No.
And also,
but it's magic.
It's not that either.
It's fucking tragic, is what it is. You little. Also, he's really young then. His face is like a rhombus. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, he looks a bit like is it Stewie from Family Guy?
Yeah, it's just horrible.
Hey!
He's got like a child's like
Frame.
He's got like a child's jacket on. He's just come from school.
He's horrible.
With this really weird head. Ugh. Anyway, so he was in the first one. There was Kenny Everett in the second one. Just the one where he's trying to cut his microphone.
Woo! Not that one.
He's trying to cut it with a pair of shears, but it doesn't work. So he just throws the shears. Killing Derek Nimmo. But in the third one was Spike Milligan.
Oh, brilliant.
Who clearly just...
Boobs, was it that one?
Yeah, this isn't boobs. I only know Spike Milligan going, boobs. But I watched the whole thing, and he obviously decided that there's no way he's going to help any contestant win anything.
No.
So that's immediately brilliant.
Exactly.
So, and all his answers have got nothing to do with the question. So there's one where they ask a question about, it's something like Quasimodo in his belfry. And so everyone's going, bells, bells, bells. And suddenly it goes to Spike Milligan. And he just holds up this card. You know, he does that sort of silent laughing where he's just like,
yeah.
He's really happy, he's slightly crying.
Yeah.
So everyone's going, bells, bells, bells. And he just holds up a card and it just says, a very rich horse.
I'm back now and I made that guttural growl.
Oh, well done, you.
We've got lots of comments, so...
let's go for comments. Comments.
Comments.
They call him calling comments.
Carry on, Godfather, or is that a horse's head in your bed? Are you pleased to see me? That's very good.
That's
I wish
good,
I
Very nice. Thank you, Tim.
The sting is great. Thanks, Jeremy.
That's all right, Neil.
Never let anyone know what you're thinking. A bit of a how's your father?
Is that a comment on...
I think maybe that's a subtitle
on one of us.
Carry on, George. You're going to need a bigger boob.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to...
Hello, Eve. Sorry I'm late. I'm rather pissed, but it looks like I've joined at a perfect time. Thank you, Mr. Pastry.
Thank you, Mr. Pastry.
That bird's got off already. Legs and an arm. Have you got a big one? Boat, I mean.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
That's one, Dree 71.
He's got a very large screen.
Carry on, Jaws. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Jeremy needs to look directly into camera for the full Hawtrey. I thought Jeremy did very well with Hawtrey, by the way.
Very good.
And Jack Douglas.
Constantly drunk, that's why.
Yeah. And everybody says great.
Jack Douglas was also on Blankety Blank last week.
Did he have his gun? Because have you heard about this, John? When Jack Douglas was on game shows,
anything.
For some reason he'd bring a fucking gun along with him.
No, I never heard that.
It's true though. Honestly, it's Joker's Wild, Blankety Blank, probably something else. He stands up halfway through and goes, "Well, if you don't obey me, I'm gonna fucking take you all out." He didn't quite.
Pulls out a gun all the time.
It's not quite funny enough. It's just like
quite disturbing.
Well, disturbing is the word, I think.
And there was an amazing program I found on Talking Pictures TV or whatever it's called, and it was just loads and loads of it was all John Pertwee and John Judkin and what's he called again?
Arthur Ashley. Wonderful.
And they're all just in a studio smoking and with this sort of pale blue background. But they're just telling anecdotes about certain subjects. So this was all digs that they were staying in when they were.
So it's even more tenuous than Joker's Wild, then.
Yeah, it's just literally little sort of vignette talking heads of them just all sat there. John Pertwee's in this sort of mustard leather jacket.
I bet he stank.
Yeah, really, and he told a story about it's actually quite funny, but he spends hours telling it. Just get on with it, will you? And all these actors were staying in a little house that was being run for 3 fucking shillings a week or whatever. And back then, Pertwee was saying that alcohol was really hard to come by, but someone had found a bottle of sherry. They got back late one night and they decided they're not going to drink the sherry because they got to get early. They got to get early and do the matinee. So the next day they come back to the digs and they notice that some of the sherry's gone. And they're like, "Oh, that cheeky landlady." So John Pertwee decides to fill it back up with his own piss.
Oh, that's Pertwee.
That's horrible.
Doctor, what are you doing?
Look away, Joe.
So they go away, do a show, they come back, even more's gone, so they fill up with more piss, blah blah blah. And he's like and then they come to the end of the run and they're thanking the landlady and they're going blah 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 blah. thank you so much. And then John Pertwee cheekily says, I do hope you enjoyed the sherry. And she went, oh, no, I don't drink at all. I was putting it all in your trifle.
Oh, my God.
John Pertwee eats his own pee.
Have you read John Pertwee's autobiography, Jeremy? You must have.
Is that Moon Boots and Dinner Suits or something? I don't think I have read it. No,
I haven't.
But I intend to. Did
you meet Pertwee when you were a young nipper?
I'm not sure I ever met him, but I saw him around a lot. When we were on... In fact, I can show you this. This is my dad's... Oh, my
God.
Wow.
Longley, 83.
I was going to say, is that Longley?
It is, yeah.
That's amazing.
And he...
if anyone doesn't know, sorry, Jeremy. It's obvious, but if anyone doesn't know, Jeremy's dad, Roger, did lots of music for Doctor Who.
And we had to... Because of the BBC, it was quite a hokey organisation, even when it was a massive corporation. My dad had to take K9 with him in the car. So I got home from school once, and K9 was like in the hall.
I love that.
K9 there, brilliant. And but then, as we were approaching Longley, we were sort of just driving on the last sort of quite.
So you went to Longley as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we got overtaken at the last moment by John Pertwee in the fucking open top sports car.
Fuck off, suckers!
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, and Paul knows this, is that I'm a Doctor Who person who walked away from Doctor Who a long time ago and is now fully embracing it again. But Longley, from my understanding, is that they put on this thing thinking that like 100, 200 people would come, and hundreds of thousands of people turned up.
Yeah, that's about it, really.
Yeah.
It's our Woodstock.
Yeah, and they weren't at all prepared for it, and it was people were queuing for hours to get in.
Basically, yeah. Although
I just like the idea of people like wandering around like all the costumes and there's fucking lions just
yeah, taking down Peter Davison. Oh. It reminds me, we haven't done any Kenneth Connor in.
Oh, he was nearly in mine. He was nearly going to be Don Corleone, but I thought
I think I did Kenneth Connor in my last one.
Oh, did you?
I did. Yeah, he was the guy.
Because weirdly, he's sort of he's got several different personae more than the others. Do you know what I mean?
He aged through it, didn't he? Because he started off as the randy young person, and then ended up as the old.
But then sometimes he's probably. But then also he's good stuff.
He ended up having Robin Asquith as a son.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, because in Carry On Girls, he's the major, isn't he? Just feeling up women.
Yeah. Isn't that Peter Butterworth?
No, that's Connor. He's always he's in the lift with Babs.
In Carry On Girls.
No, that's Peter Butterworth. He's right.
Oh, sorry, no, you're right. It is Peter Butterworth.
Connor's the mayor.
Yeah, he's Mrs. Pudley.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But he is that sort of character in other films, though. And in Carry On, is it Karen England? He's
Karen England. He plays the same part as he does in Norbert Smith, where he's like a sergeant major.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have lots of bombs here, but I can assure you, I have no intention of dropping one.
I don't know about you two. I found it quite hard getting into the lingo of the Carry On.
I was saying to Paul earlier when you weren't here that I was really impressed that you incorporated Sid saying the word knit.
Well, I had Burke originally, and then I realised that was his own name. So insight into the writing process.
I think Star Trek was the hardest one to write.
Well, that's very kind.
I think so too.
Well,
mind you, I found Godfather really fucking hard.
I don't think I know Godfather well enough to be able to, just write it without recourse to the script or anything. But what I mean is that the period language, you know what I mean? What they would say and what they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to call, almost.
Well, they never really did any of that in the Carry On films, maybe apart from Carry On Cowboy. It's the only time they really attempted to sort of blend their language in with the genuine. Because everything else, like Carry On Henry, is just... They're just all...
Best boozer in town.
What's that bit where in Carry On Henry, where Sid James, for one moment, thinks that he's removed Barbara Windsor's breasts?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
She puts two melons in his hand.
That's really weird.
And he goes, oh, Bet. And he's got his eyes closed, and then he puts his hands back, and he goes, blimey! Like he's ripped them off.
No, I'd agree with this comment. Behind is underrated.
Now that's Windsor Davis, isn't it? And
there's no Sid in it. That's the only people don't like it because there's no Sid. But you've got Elkie Summer and Kenneth Williams who work really well together.
And in fact, he's called the Major in that as well, isn't he? Owed Kenneth Connor, He runs the campsite,
But I think is it Sid had died or couldn't be in it, one of the two, but he's not in it, so it kind of. At the end of the day, when Sid's not in a carry-on film, it really notices, and that's one of the first ones he's not in.
It's got a lovely theme, though. Fudum.
It's the best theme.
Yeah, it's a great theme. And it's got lots of young sort of upstarts in it.
You've also got Jack Douglas wearing a T-shirt saying Duke of Earl.
That's right, yeah.
Which is really disturbing because he looks about 70 years old.
Duke of
oil.
And Windsor Davis going, would you like to see my ginger quill?
Thank you, Greg Evigan. Yes, you're right. He was wearing a Duke of Earl T-shirt, yes.
None of that's as bad as when they dress up as hippies at the end of Carry On Camping, though. That's the most...
I never understood that. I would have thought Sid would have immediately wanted to be involved with all those young ravers.
Yeah, Bristol Permanent, horrible.
Horrible.
So they just decide, no, we're going to stop this party.
It's like the whoever wrote that one, I can't remember who was writing it at the time.
It wasn't Rothwell, was it? It was the other one.
No, it's the first guy, yeah.
Not Rogers, was it? No.
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers. No, it was Ginger Rogers.
Anton Rogers, yeah.
Anton Rogers.
But anyway, they obviously didn't like this new young smelly hippies like Ted Rogers.
Crazy wave.
Ted Rogers. Whenever he's on, it was written by Ted Rogers. There you go.
Are we talking about camping? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about Rothwell.
Oh, it was. Oh, there you go.
I was thinking of Carry On Behind. That wasn't Rothwell, was it?
That's a bit later, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Pinter.
Tom Stoppard.
Hom Stoppard.
Dave Freeman wrote Carry On Behind, and he wrote Emmanuel as well.
Okay, Emmanuel, yes.
Cussed rat. Mind you, I've never seen Emmanuel all the way through.
Have you not?
I should put myself through.
It's a 3-tissue film.
It's a heart and a large bin.
You have to sit in.
Yeah, you have to sit in your own vomit.
But the hippies were stealing the girls.
I know, but you know,
they weren't. They were just having a dance. I remember the music. That's it.
Putting the line through their
beads, which just immediately just come off. They'd be fine.
They all wear them, so that's how you fucking.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more.
Is that you? You saying that about yourself, John?
No. Someone was saying
that. Someone called John Rainey saying that.
Someone called John Rainey.
Talking about Carry On John.
Carry On John.
Oh, that should have been a one. But
I want that music though. If someone said to me, you know that awful cursed cup that's been in for the last 15 years of make a new Carry On film.
Oh yeah.
If someone says to me, make a new Carry On film, I'll be like, yeah, right. We're going to set it in 1969. Yes. Secondly, we're going to have the fudum as the theme tune.
Yeah.
And it's going to be completely stupid.
What would you call it?
Well, depending. We've had a few things the last couple of weeks that we could use, haven't we? We've had Carry On London, when it was about... I liked my idea about it being the Festival of London.
Oh, I see. Oh,
based
yeah.
in the early 50s.
Yeah, that was good.
And then the joke was that the giant erection they got at lunch at the end is going to be
Skylong.
Yeah, the Skylong. And then we had Carry On Robin Hood. Paul had Carry On Spaceman, which were really good.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's
that was with the Russians. So you had Bolokov. Bolokov and all that rubbish. I think weirdly that if they made another one, they should just keep it so it should just be something like Carry On Dustman. It should just be that, and that's simple enough. Yeah, that's all you need, because they could be sorting out the dust, all the rubbish, and they find some stolen stuff. Perfect Carry On film.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be really elaborate, really, because they never fucking were. So, if it's just about an everyman or like an every profession,
I know what you mean.
They could have so made Carry On Post Office, and it could have worked somehow. You know,
I think all the early Carry On films were that, and then they realised that they could do kind of historical epics on a small budget.
Well,
yeah.
What's the first historical one?
Sorry,
What's the first historical one? Is it
Carry On Jack.
Oh, it might be.
Oh, I suppose so. Which isn't good.
It's not good. It's terrible. But
Is that
then
the
you
one with none of them in it, apart from Cribbo and
yeah, it's Sonny Cribbins. But then you get like I think the first one I can think of is Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head.
And that's the one that never trips off the Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head. It's like, what?
I love that one.
Isn't Cleo before that though?
Yes.
Yeah, must
Carry
be.
On, Cleo.
I
Carry On,
love
Don't Lose Your Head's got the Beatles joke in it though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They sing an old song and then go yeah after, which dates it horribly.
The black fingernail.
I want the black fingernail. Oh, if you want.
Charlie Hodge with the mallet. Also, I really love Sid James in that one when he's playing Lord Effingham.
You mean to Sidney Effingham with 2 F's?
I remember seeing that for the first time and thinking, is he going to be like this the whole film?
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, right? Let's get out of here.
I should say that
let's fuck the wallpaper.
Your podcast did you did Carry On commentaries on a few of them, didn't you?
No, we only did.
You did on the buses.
On the buses, and George and Mildred, bless his house.
Right. That's fine.
And what was
Just the Hammer classics.
Love Thy Neighbour, we did.
Yeah, I listened to you on the buses once. Yeah.
And you, of course, John, did one of the on the buses yourself, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
With?
Oh, Glinner.
Yeah, I did it with Clive Linehan, yeah.
Well, that's his era.
And you had a lot of fun, didn't you?
I won't say anything else.
No, of course.
Public forum. I'd love to.
No decorum in this public forum.
Bigger, or don't get carried away.
Up your shoreham.
Hey, look, it's 11 o'clock.
Jeremy, have you really enjoyed being part of the HOM?
I've had a lovely day. I felt like a superstar for a day.
And you know what? I think everybody will say in the comments that you've been a superstar this evening.
Well, that's very nice of the 3 people.
You have.
I'll tell you something. There's 43 people watching this right now.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
43 people, Jeremy.
It's more than my wedding.
How many people were at your wedding?
Well, 40, but mainly negative comments.
Throughout the wedding.
Yeah.
Also, on YouTube, the trailer for the On the Buses commentary was fantastic.
Thank you, Neil.
The trailer.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was one of those slightly epic trailers which didn't really live up to oh look, Superstar, Roland Rat Superstar. Giveth with one hand, he taketh away with the other.
There's a Roland Rat sort of bot on Twitter, so if you ever mention his name, you immediately go if you type his name. With
what
Twitter.
was that? Because Kevin was the gerbil, right? What was the other one called?
Himmler. The
wasn't there like an? There wasn't. Was there an eagle or something?
Huh?
An eagle? I don't remember.
He didn't just have Kevin the gerbil. He had another one, didn't he?
Wasn't there a girlfriend of Kevin the gerbil?
Yeah, it's. Come on, comments, jump into life now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Sandra Bullock.
Errol.
Sandra Bullock, the human.
Sandra Bullock, the poor human girl.
Errol, the sex tourist.
But John, you know that Roland Rat has seen Paul's ass. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
It is true.
He has seen my ass.
Go on, tell me, go on.
Well,
nice.
He came down to he was live for TVAM at Butlins Minehead when I was there on holiday, and they were in a little island in the swimming pool, and all that, and the monorail used to go over the top and stop for a bit, and me and my brother just mooned him.
Right, so Roland Rat's in your anus.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Roland Rat's. I think
there's the name of your
operator.
autobiography. You know, like David Niven did The Moon's a Balloon,
yeah,
etc. Paul Litchfield, Roland Rat's seen my anus. Glynn was Roland's girlfriend, yeah. Reggie was Roland's younger brother. This is like recent Danger Mouse chat. Apparently, Cole McKay was a chinchilla.
Really?
Is that in Danger Mouse?
Right,
fans. Fucking Roland Rat.
Fucking hate Roland Rat.
Should we say goodnight to everybody?
We should, yeah. It's been a 2-hour show.
A 2-hour
Good
show.
night, God bless you one and all.
I think we should say goodnight to everybody, including Imelda Staunton's husband.
Oh, who's that again?
That's Jim Carter. Before we go, I'd just like to remind you that we are here next week, hopefully, and we're going to show you some exciting things. Like, for instance, we might have some more. Some more getting to know you. Maybe with someone new, or maybe just us, or some more carry on. We don't know. We'll leave it there.
Thank you for having me on your special.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you too. And have me back anytime.
And until next time, everybody, I think we'll have to say thank you, Terry. Thank you for phoning this evening. Thank you for Tim Coleman, who won the Blankety Blank check-in pen. Obviously, we'll remove the name Mark Whitson from that, and we'll put your name in. And thank you, Imelda Staunton's husband, Jim Carter, who sponsored this evening. And we'll see you next time for more fun on the JP Special. Good night, everybody. Good night.
It's the JP Special! Starring Paul Whitfield and Tory! And special guest, Geraldine Williams!
Good night.